Okay, so I'm gonna go over my editing process for a shoot that I did yesterday with the amazing Amy Lee and Cassie. Anyone looking for a model should definitely give Amy a call. Also, makeup, hair, styling, give Cassie a call. I will put the details in the video credits later on how you can get hold of these amazing people. And trust me, you really want to get hold of them. Okay, let's start talking about the images. So this was shot yesterday evening, roughly at golden hour. I'm going to pull up the EXIF details because I actually can't remember them all. So yeah, this was shot handheld using a Nikon D810 with a Nikkor 80 to 100 millimeter f4 manual focus lens, and this was shot wide open at f4 and with a shutter speed of 1,000th of a second. One of the things that I do like to do when I'm shooting with the D810 is use the fastest shutter speed that I can, because with its high resolution it will just punish you. So anyway, this is what we have. So what did I do? I imported this image into Capture One Pro. Capture One Pro is the RAW encoder that I use. So you can see here, this is the Nikon NEF file. If you have a look, I've just done a crop. I haven't done any other adjustments. This is all out of camera. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to go ahead and edit this with Photoshop. One important thing is set the ICC profile to use Adobe RGB so you don't have any problems with losing any color details because you're using a smaller color space. Okay, so Photoshop is now going to open up the TIFF file that Capture One has created. Um, if you use Lightroom, your process is pretty much the same. This is the latest version of Photoshop CC. I think it's 2015.5. So I'm having a look at the image here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate the base layer. So Control J. I'm then going to go in and I'm going to use the camera raw filter. Now, one of the things that you'll notice, especially with the raw files, they always look a little bit flat. But you have more tonal range, etc., that you can play with. The thing that I'm really interested in playing with here is the dehaze feature that Camera Raw has. Now, why is this interesting? Well, you can see with this beautiful lens that I was using, I mean, it's just amazing, but there is a little bit of haze, and I want just a little bit more punch to this image. So you can see here, I'm just playing with the dehaze filter. Now, I don't want to completely remove the haze because artistically I like it, but I do want a little bit more punch to the image. And let's go have a look at that. Okay, so here we go. Before, we just got that little bit of punch added now. Now, if I look at this image, I'm actually very happy with this, and I could probably use this as it is. I do, however, want to go check skin, because that's something. Now, there are a few details that I could probably clean up here, but honestly, this is pretty good. So I could just leave it as it is. And I think, I'm probably going to go ahead and do that. So let's call that good. Final thing that I'm going to do then before getting ready to export it, I am going to go ahead and tweak the output levels slightly. So if you look at my histogram here, I've got pretty good distribution. All that I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in the shadows there, and that gives me a little bit of pop there. And I think the highlights were probably pretty good on. Yeah. So again, small edit. You see before or after. We've now got a little bit more pop. That's actually something I'm very happy with. So now let's talk about how would I share this. Now, if you have a look at the DA10 files, they're massive. I mean, even after cropping this, it's over 5,000 pixels on the long edge. I actually want to go ahead and put this image on my Instagram and put it on Facebook. So let's talk about how to do that. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, duplicate the image, and I like Instagram square crops. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do that. I'm then going to go to my cropping tool. I'm going to choose a 1:1 square ratio because let's be honest, that's what Instagram's all about. Let's go ahead and balance this. Yeah, I think that looks good. I'm now going to go ahead and do a resize. So what I like to do with images for Instagram is keep it around 2000 pixels. And that is on the bigger side of things, but you know, you want your images to look good. So I'm working on a 4K monitor here, so if you look at actual size, still got some pretty good detail. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to flatten this. Now, duplicated the layer, I'm going to do some sharpening. This is kind of my slacker sharpening method. I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can do this. I generally have pretty good luck with Smart Sharpen, so I'm going to go ahead and, you know, if this doesn't do what I'm wanting, then I will worry about something else. But yeah, this looks pretty good. The bits that we care about are getting sharpened, and we're not really losing detail anywhere else. So thank you, Adobe. We dodged a bullet there, and you can see without the sharpening, with the sharpening. So really worth spending the time on that. I'm then going to go ahead, I'm going to save the image for web. Now here's something that you want to do. You want to make sure that you're converting to sRGB. You do lose a little bit of color space, but pretty much anybody can display that. Also, I don't really care how big it is, so I'm setting the quality at 100. And let me go ahead, export that to my desktop. Done. And that's how simple it is. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, please feel free to leave some comments. Otherwise, that's all from my side. Thank you very much.